lives. Yes. So I'm very interested in longevity too, and this is really an interesting topic and so important today in our lives. So I'm wondering a lot. Do you have like some special areas? How do you work to help people with longevity? How can you explain to people and help them get better?
Very, very good question. I think there are many areas. See, longevity is not just one area, it goes in many levels. Also, it is like a full-time project from anyone who wants to be long lived. But I am in the quest for to tease out the most necessary things that we have to do, or we can do, or we must do to remain long lived. And so we can winnow out the chaff, and make sure that we focus on to the most necessary deeds. Okay, roughly I could say that it goes into four different categories, four different headings. And number one is to remain disease free. Number two is to optimize the systems. Number three is to do detoxification of the body. And number four is to do rebuilding therapies. I could explain it a little bit more. See, the body has an energy economy. The body also has resources to take care of. The body has to think about its rebuilding, and also the body has to think about maintaining. And all these are important to be long lived and healthy. But imagine if you have some kind of a disease which is ongoing, then the body's immediate attention will go into taking care of the disease or disorder. So once the body is occupied in such a manner, it is very difficult for the body to think about living longer. And the body might not have the resources or the energy or even the information to to focus itself on the longevity frontier. So it is very important to remain as much as possible to be in the disease free zone. The body is faced with all kinds of challenges every single moment while we are alive. We have to think about all the bacteria, funguses, viruses, and other microbes that it comes into contact with. We have to think about all the toxins and poisons that it comes into contact with in the environment. So the body has to think about a lot. Also, being modern beings, we do not sleep enough. We do not have enough light during the daytime. We do not have enough darkness during the nighttime. These are important for the body to renew itself, to make it ready to face another day. So we are not allowing the body all these luxuries. So that is very important to be disease free. And number two is how to maintain ourselves. But number one, without the number one aspect, you cannot do a good job in maintaining your functions. So number one should always be to be disease free. And once you have attained, at least once you have been close to being disease free, then the body will have enough resources, enough energy, enough information to make itself be long lived. And that is the time when we can optimize our physical functions. Good exercise, good nourishment, good information in the body, all these are important. Of course, we think about exercise, we think about good nutrition, but how do we maintain a good information base deep inside the body? When I am saying information base, I am mainly focusing on the information that is written in the DNA that the body uses for its repair mechanisms, for its future challenges, for maintaining itself. So the information base is also important.
Can I ask something? So number one really is to keep a good foundation, like a healthy
Yes.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
so that you don't get diseases, like have regular healthy habits and get good food and have a balanced, harmonic life, if possible, as much as possible.
Yes. Absolutely. Each of these areas, each of the four areas, each one of these four areas are very, very important, and each goes into many levels. So when we speak about nutrition, we have to talk about not only having good food, but also having the body use this good food internally to generate more resources and to generate energy. Even though we have great food, even though we are eating good food, even though we are digesting, if we do not have the last step, the right enzymes, the right coenzymes, the right energy situation to convert all of these into needed aspects of the body, there is no point. We cannot use it all. So it's very important to talk about every single aspect in great details. But in the future videos, I would like to speak about the bare minimum necessary tools.
Yeah, it sounds like there needs to be a balance anywhere. If you have a disease, you have to find a balance there. If you are already healthy and don't want to get a disease, you find your balance there. So it's always about how to make your body get a good immune system and
Yes.
recover the best way, or yeah, get a harmony.
Yes. So now I will speak a little bit about the third aspect, and that is detoxification. We are faced with many toxins every single day. And these toxins could also be generated, some of it could be generated from within as a result of the energy production process, or as a result of the metabolism, or even as a result of digestion. And all these processes should have a great information base to support it from deep inside the body. And if for some reason the information base is not working properly, or it is not translated into work properly, then there could be mismatch in energy production, mismatch in resource generation, mismatch in many functions, and we will not be able to exist healthy, let alone live longer. So, in order to ease these aspects, we have to do our best to have a detoxification process that we do for us. And when we talk about detoxification, it means we have to do detoxification from the outside and from the inside and from between. So when I talk about detoxification from the outside, I mostly talk about what is there in the outside: the skin, eyes, ears, nose, mouth. And when we talk about internal detoxification, we talk about the internal, the digestive system. To detoxify the digestive system, detoxify the liver, the kidneys, other organs inside the body, which are very vital for our existence, including our heart and lungs. Then we can also talk about the tissue, the what is it between these two layers, what makes the bulk of us, the muscles and the blood vessels, all the other structures that makes us us.
Mm. Yeah, there are, like you say, different levels really,
Yes.
depending where you are in your life. If you have to focus on the intoxication, which always is, of course, necessary automatically, that the body is working with it, but sometimes it needs extra help.
And then the fourth aspect is rebuilding of the body. We have many ways by which we can trigger regeneration deep inside our cells and tissues. And for that, we employ many external formulations and external and internal therapies. And we can discuss all of this in future videos. Um, and I will be honored to present the Siddha Vaidya view as well as my view that I have distilled from my long medical life.
Yeah, that sounds great. Really interesting. Thank you.